now, if you haven't been recruited, if you don't have any, any, I guess, leads or so to say from a recruiting standpoint, can you still play college athletics? And the answer is yes, you still can. Now, what I think needs to be done at this particular point, if you don't have any schools, because I think you have to, first of all, be realistic. If you haven't been getting recruited at this point, please don't think you're going to be getting a Division I scholarship. It's not going to fall out the sky at this late time in the recruiting process. For the most part, Division I's have already recruited the kids that they're going to recruit. So at this point, I think the first thing you need to do is set up a meeting with your high school coach or your club coach if you play club sports. Meet with that coach and say, hey, coach, what level do you think I can play at? Do and they're going to tell you, hey, Division II, Division III, NAIA, whatever the case may be. So when they tell you that, then okay, they say Division III. So you need to start looking at Division III schools. So then what I would do as a student athlete is try to figure out what your preferences are. Number one, do you want to go far from home or do you want to go close to home? If you're a kid that says, hey, I don't want to go far from home, okay, look at a 4-hour radius from home. Okay, do you know what you want to major in? Say if you want to major in a business, pretty much every school is going to have business. So that doesn't limit any schools right there. So you have your 4-hour radius. So you look at all the Division IIIs within a 4-hour radius of where you live at. And what I would do is I would get your highlight film together, because one thing you're definitely going to need transcripts and highlights. If you don't have transcripts and highlights, no school is really going to be able to recruit you or take you seriously, because they don't know what type of student you are. And then they don't know what you can do on the court or the field if they don't have film. So you need to, first of all, make sure you have film and a transcript. You need those two things. Have a meeting with your high school coach or your club coach. Ask them what level they think you can play at. And then you and your parents should probably sit down, or you and your coach should sit down and figure out, like I said, what you want to major in. Is distance a factor? What type of campus environment you're interested in, whether you want to go to school in an urban environment, want to go to school in a suburban environment, whatever the case is. So say if you're a D3 player, you got schools within 4 hours of your house, say it's 10 schools. So then at that point, you get your film together, get your transcript together, and then you email the coaches at those 10 schools. And you say, hey, look, my name is so-and-so. Hey, I'm very interested in your school. I have a 3.5 GPA. I'm a linebacker. We went 10-2 this year. Man, I really would love to, I really would love to come visit and speak to you further about an opportunity to be on your team. Now, at that point, hopefully the coaches will respond and say, hey, look, yeah, we love for you to come out and work out. We love for you to come visit. And then at that point, I think that's how you should proceed if you don't have any schools right now. But you have to be realistic. Don't think that you're about to get a full scholarship offer this late in the game, because the chances that it's going to happen is very slim. And also what you have to realize, for freshmen, very few college coaches are giving freshmen full scholarships now in equivalency sports. They're giving them small amounts of money and saying, hey, look, if you play well freshman year, then we can give you more. So keep in mind, you're probably not going to get a lot of athletic scholarship money at this point in the process. Also, knowing what your grades are is important. Another thing that's important is speaking with your parents about what's a realistic budget for college. How much can you realistically afford to pay? Because obviously schools are going to cost money. And if you're not getting a full scholarship, you need to say, hey, my budget is $10,000 a year. My budget is $5,000 a year. So I would say those are the first things, just kind of to review. Meet with your college, meet with your high school or club coach. Figure out what level you can play at. Figure out if distance is a factor, or how far you want to go from school. Make sure you have your transcripts and your film available. All right, and then start emailing college coaches. That's the way to go about it right now.